terrific defensive teams tonight, both highly ranked. What will the offenses have to do to get some scoring in this one?
Well, a few things. One, you've got to be patient. You've got to be ready and willing to make the extra pass. And then you also have to mix up what you do offensively. You don't want the defense to get a steady diet of what you're trying to do. Keep the defense off balance.
Only way he was getting to the hoop was to use the double clutch.
James. Here's McGee. Green taking his time here. 4 on the shot clock. Launches a 3. Allen with the rebound. And the Nets with possession. Here's Durant. Beasley trying to break free. Green with the block. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
And, you know, when you've played over a decade and a half in the league, it's expected that you're going to slow down, but LeBron still going strong.
And the bright lights of L.A., perhaps too much for some players. You know what, Greg? Not for LeBron James.
This guy thrives in the spotlight. The Lakers crafting a roster to satisfy his championship ambitions. Off the court, the City of Angels perfect for maximizing his business aspirations.
Down low. Here's Davis. Pass to McGee. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Los Angeles with another miss.
Early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Outside Bradley. Back to LeBron. Over KD. And it comes off the front of the rim.
You know, that's a quick 0 for 4 now. At what point do you call a timeout and reset?
And Durant just great at picking apart the defense. When they leave one of his guys open, he is quick to get the ball to them.
Now here's Green. And that one's good by Davis.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
To the middle. And Durant gets it to go. Durant's got his second bucket of the night.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Now here's James. Shoots over KD. Second shot opportunity. In deep, McGee drops it in.
Yeah, you know, with his size and presence in the post, McGee has a lot of value on the offensive glass.
And the foul on Avery Bradley. That's his first foul. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Shoots from the high post. Tries again. Allen. And the layup's good off the glass.
Boy, you see the hustle from Allen there, guys, and his relentlessness and the mindset to keep at it really allows him to gobble up those offensive boards.
Los Angeles making a switch here. He gets it in there. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first quarter. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Here's Rondo. Pass to Howard. Wide open. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Howard with it. Defended by Dinwiddie. Morris outside. A minute 20 left in the first quarter of the game. Shot clock at 6. Here's Kuzma. But they get it back. Here's Howard. And it's off the back rim. No good. To the inside. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. And stolen by Prince. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now, here's Howard. Jordan with some nice D.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
Pass to Harris. Oh, good with the triple. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Lakers. They trail by 6. To the paint. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Here now is Dinwiddie. On the wing, Harris. Off target from outside. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Net. As we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
One thing about Kyle Kuzma, Clark, he's not a ball stopper. When he touches the ball, he is shooting it.
I would not disagree with you there, guys. He is fearless looking for a shot. He hunts his shot aggressively, and he's very efficient. He doesn't need a lot of dribbles, but one thing I like about him is that he doesn't hold on to that ball long. He's going to make a quick, decisive move or get it out of his hands.
Allen's shot is off.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
Pass to Howard. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
There's an example of that strength that Dwight Howard possesses. I love seeing him fight through contact.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas. David, thank you. And it's LeVert missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Pass to Allen. The kick out to Irving. Back to Allen. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. And Davis throws it down.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
Guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
And the foul called on Danny Green. That is his first foul of the game. Crawford right side. And Davis pulls it down. And we were talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words, Greg, what he's able to do on the basketball field?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
Out to Harris to end the cold streak.
Boy, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
Here's McGee. That's in there. Davis with the assist. McGee's got the lead up to 4 now for Los Angeles. Pass to Dinwiddie. Back to Jordan. Out to Harris. 2 on the clock. It's good from long range. Harris has got himself on the board with 3 there.
You know, knocking down the 3 guys, that's one of the premier three-point gunners in the NBA, Joe Harris.
Frozen. Guy is just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
McGee's shot is off.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And here is Los Angeles now. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points.
You got to keep this guy away from the basket. I mean, that's about as easy as it gets for LeBron.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. Floats it up for Davis. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
And if they're thinking they can get a 2-for-1 here.
Well, we'll see if they have the awareness to realize that.
How about that hard-nosed D in the paint right there? Nice job.
Impressive work protecting the basket. He held his ground nicely on that one.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. After Taurean Prince's miss.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Weight room muscle on display there, James. Even when he gets hit, he can still score.
Crawford looking over the floor. Dinwiddie right side. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Los Angeles in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And you have to credit their defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. Kyrie's been almost invisible out there, and we don't say that very often. Back to the action after this word. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Brooklyn trails by 8. On the trade for Anthony Davis, a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
Now here's James. McGee's shot is off. Crawford outside. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Jordan at the elbow. 6 to shoot. Here's Dinwiddie. No good there. Excellent D that time there from McGee. And James throws it down hard.
It never gets old seeing LeBron throw it down, especially when he decides to do it with a little flavor.
It's amazing that even with that, the point totals just continue to rise.
And you know what? I attribute the point totals continuing to rise to a couple of things. One, the volume of three-point shots that are being taken. And I think teams are playing at a little faster pace universally. You don't see as much walking the ball up the floor as I think you may have seen in years past.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. he doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, "I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again." Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. Got a piece of it. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
LeVert in the corner. Back to KD. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. And now just a 4-point Laker lead.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80%.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And even after the Achilles tear for Durant in the 2019 finals, he got a huge contract after he opted out.
Most teams felt they were willing to pay him while he rehabbed for a year. That was the case as the Nets gave him a 4-year max money deal. His next chapter is underway as he changed his number to 7.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Lets it go from deep. No good on the shot. Kuzma with the defensive effort. Inside. Excellent D there from Beasley. Brooklyn trails by 4. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. 1:58 left in the third.
And thought that pass was going to get through, but no. All of a sudden, he was going the other way with the basketball. No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Allen. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Boy, I covered Jared Allen in college, and you look at the physical profile he's got. 7.5-foot wingspan, big hands, explosive, really good athlete, and he's got all the tools and an upside without limits.
Kuzma outside. Pass to Davis. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Now here's Irving. Here's Allen. Good, nice job down low. Allen's got 6 here in this quarter. You were talking, Clark, about Allen's length and leaping ability. He's dangerous around the rim.
Boy, he sure is, guys. Still developing his skill game, but he's already more than serviceable at the offensive end of the floor. And we know he's a rim protector defensively. Good feet, gets up and down, has a nice touch and good hands. Boy, this guy is going to be some kind of player going forward.
1:02 left in the third quarter. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for Los Angeles. Howard, that's good.
Concentrating on expanding his game. When Howard is making this shot, it opens up the floor so much more.
Back to LeVert. Pass to Durant. Clock at 6. From deep. From beyond the arc and then some. KD's got 10 points.
And that stroke of Durant, effortless. I mean, easily pulling up from the perimeter. Textbook form. Beautiful to watch.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Pass to Irving. Now Beasley. Left side, KD. Shoots over Kuzma. Oh, he nails nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a quarter. 3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Durant in the corner. And he gets it. That's on Dwight Howard.
And at this point, there simply is no doubt that Kevin Durant is one of the great shooters to ever play the game. The only question is just where on the all-time list will he land when we talk about the unstoppable scorer.
And with Durant, perhaps the most amazing part, he can have quiet nights, Greg, of 30-plus points.
Kevin, his scores are just so easy for him that you forget you aren't supposed to see 7-foot sharpshooters doing it. He can score from anywhere in any fashion and can hold his own with any player in history in terms of how unguardable he is.
And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him. That's going to send Dwight Howard to the line. It's on Jared Allen.
And when you think of Howard, defense and rebounding immediately comes to mind. I mean, he knows his role and plays it pretty well.
They kick it out to Green. On the wing, James. And good that time.
Money. There shaves a few points off the lead. And the later we get into this game, the more you're going to see him attacking the basket.
Timeout catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to catch Kenny Atkinson's message to his team. He said, I love how we're shooting the basketball. You guys have been locked in from three. Just keep taking makeable shots. If you don't have it, pass it to the guy who does. Kevin?
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Timeout. And at 6'6", Spencer Dinwiddie's tall for a point guard, but Clark, despite his size, very slippery off the dribble.
Yeah, he's ill-like.
Oh, what a dunk!
Another one of those special nights for LeBron. I mean, you know, if he sticks around till he's an older fella, that all-time scoring career mark, wow, might be in jeopardy.
And not efficient in that first half, but they have really picked it up here. The shots that weren't falling earlier are finally finding the bottom of the net.
You know, that's one of the reasons LeBron is so hard to defend, Kevin. I mean, he puts you in a tough spot, forces you to foul him because he's so strong and athletic, and then he gets himself to the line.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him.
And guys, this is becoming the story of the second half. Missed free throws. You can't come back in a game if you can't make your foul shot.
Here's Davis. And again, the Lakers no good.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
On the wing, Harris. Back to Prince. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Harris misses. Los Angeles trails by 7. Kicks it out to Bradley. Over Harris. Los Angeles with another miss.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Outside, Green. Pass to Davis. Here's McGee. Goes up again. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Jordan. Here's Prince. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And that one's good. James.
Tell you what, even though he's a little older now, James still a force in transition.
Timeout called, the Nets. They're up by 7. .107 left here in the fourth quarter. In the foul on Avery Bradley. And that'll be his third foul so far. It's Beasley on the wing.
And the aggressive attitude of Davis on D makes him such a tough matchup. He's not going to give his man an inch of breathing room, and that was the difference on that possession.
Green, no luck. It's LeVert on the wing. Back to Allen. Banked in off the glass.
Well, I love the mindset of Allen there. I mean, when he gets the ball in that spot, he's very aggressive.
Pass to Bradley. Now here's Green. 6 on the shot clock. They get it back. McGee kicks it out to Bradley. Sinks the triple. Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. And the Lakers call time here. They're down by 8. 1 second left. What do you think, guys?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
Here's Caruso. Offline.
On defense, LeVert showing great versatility. I mean, this guy's doing a nice job getting his hand up in the face of shooters.
And so it's Brooklyn with the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they start